Implications of interrelated markets. Welcome back. In this video we will explore the implications of interrelated markets. Have you ever wondered why a rise in petrol prices doesn't just affect car owners, but also food prices, wages and even housing? That's because markets are interrelated. In this video we will explore how one change can ripple across the whole economy. Let's start. Let's start with the big picture, the wider implications. Think about firms. What happens if steel prices double? Their input costs rise, isn't it? Firms must adjust, maybe cut production or switch materials. Now consumers, when prices rise, how do they react? They might look for cheaper substitutes or cut back on complements like insurance or fuel. And resources, they always flow to where they are most profitable, but that could mean shortages in one market and overproduction in another. Can you see how one small change spreads everywhere? The automobile industry. The car industry is a perfect example. Imagine public transport becomes cheaper and more efficient, so cars lose demand to that substitute. On the other hand, if petrol prices soar, that affects cars directly. They rely on a complement. And don't forget derived demand. To make cars we need steels, tires and labor. Now here is a tricky one. Did you know that crude oil gives us both petrol and diesel? That's joint supply. And even lithium, the key for electric vehicles, competes with smartphones for the same resource. So, what do car firms do? They adapt. Some switch to electric vehicles, others invest in charging stations or secure new supply chain, all because of changes in connected markets. Well, another example, the banking system. Do you only use a bank or also a fintech application or even crypto? That's substitutes in action. Banks also rely on complements like credit cards, mortgages and insurance. And here is something interesting. Housing demand drives mortgage demand. That's derived demand. Loans also create deposits. That's joint supply, money creation in action. But banks also face competing supply choices. Should funds go to household, businesses or government bonds? Each choice affects the economy differently. Can you see how finance connects across markets? Let's talk about the rise in real income. Now picture this. Your salary just went up. What would you buy first? Most people upgrade to normal goods. Better cars, houses, holidays. So demand for inferior goods, like cheap substitutes, will fall. And when more people buy cars, they also buy petrol and insurance, which means the demand for complements rise. More housing demand also means more demand for bricks, cement and builders, which is a derived demand. And as firms expand, they hire more labor. A rise in income doesn't just change what you buy, it changes the whole market structure. Now let's take another example, the rise in taxes. And now imagine the opposite. Taxes rise and disposable income falls. What happens? People will cut back on big purchases. Fewer cars or fewer houses. Restaurants may suffer as consumers cook at home, which is a substitute shift. Complements like petrol or insurance also see demand drop. Housing falls, so construction demand weakens too. And firms react. Lower output, fewer workers, wage stagnation. Do you see how taxes aimed at revenue ripple into demand, jobs and growth? Finally, let's tie it all together with resource allocation. Scarcity means choices. If land is used for biofuels, less is left for wheat. That's competing supply. Every choice has an opportunity cost. Prices send signals. Higher prices pull resources in. Lower prices push them out. And sometimes the government steps in to fix failures or ensure fairness. At the heart of it, economics is about deciding where should our scarce resources go. So here is the big takeaway. No market exists alone. Every decision by firms, consumers or governments creates ripples across the economy. The next time you hear about a price change or a new tax, ask yourself, where else the impact will be felt? Thank you and see you soon.